most of who we see definitely work a full-time job,
right?
If not a full-time job and then some.
So adults working on the household, you find that both of them work a full-time job. If it's a single-parent household, that person works 2 or 3 jobs just to cover their basic needs. I would say people get creative with their budgets for food. You know, even coming to the local food pantries, not just ours, but there's several food pantries across the county. Community dinners. You know, we've done outreach at community dinners, and you see some familiar faces, and that's because they're using the resources that the community has for them to be able to save on food. I've heard stories of clients maybe carpooling instead of them driving themselves. They meet actually in this parking lot, a lot of them, right behind ours, and then they're carpooling to their jobs.
Okay.
So just, they figure out ways of, because I'm paying 60% of my income towards rent, you know, how can I figure out the rest?
Childcare is definitely another one where you get super creative because, you know, when you're looking at $50 a day to bring your kid to a licensed childcare provider, some people forego that and maybe use a neighbor and pay $20 or maybe trade childcare or those kind of situations. So it might not be sometimes the best situation, in all honesty.
I would say if there's one overall issue that we see in housing is that we need more of it, particularly for our local workers. To your question about what people come in and talk to us about, what we're seeing a lot more of lately are just people who come in and say, I need housing, I don't know where to start. Sometimes we'll have people come in if we're doing a lottery interested in specific developments, but the vast majority of our recent walk-in traffic is just, hey, help me find housing. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know what my resources are. And that's where we try to step in and help to the greatest extent that we can, whether it's through programs that we run directly or being able to refer them out to other agencies that have programs that might help them. A lot of the people that come in and talk to us are stressed, even some of the younger single people. Because on the one hand, yes, if you don't have a family, maybe you don't have that in the back of your mind. Like you said, childcare is huge up here. You know, healthcare is huge up here. So that could be another stress population. Somebody who is a sole proprietor owning their own business, having to pay healthcare out of pocket. We see that as a stressor. Young single people, a lot of what we're seeing there is they're currently renting, and a lot of our rental market is a little unstable. Just due to the fact that so much of our rental population is served in the, I'll call it the non-traditional marketplace, where it's somebody renting a room in their house or somebody renting a basement or you know, somebody renting a unit long-term, but it's not a purpose-built apartment complex, and that lends itself to rental instability. So quite frankly, when people are talking to us, we're seeing housing challenges and instability across the board.
In terms of Summit County, you know, I think the thing that people experience here that is such a big deal and such a difference, especially for our seasonal workforce, is they have come here because they love the mountains. They think the mountains are going to solve all their problems. A lot of us have challenges in our lives, and we think if we go and live in this beautiful place that everything will be better. And when they get here, because of the lack of housing, because of the cost of living, because of the wage structure, not only did it not get better, but it got worse. Plus, now they've left their traditional support system. So normally, right, even families like me, we don't have any relatives here. Right? So you don't have the stuff that you'd normally be able to fall back on. And so what happens, I think, with our seasonal workforce is they find themselves here in a place where they thought was going to be a great step, and now the challenges of life have gotten worse, and there's this paradox where now I feel guilty because I'm not feeling better, and here I am living in this place that's so beautiful that I always wanted to be, and it still sucks. So why does it suck? You know, why am I hurting so much right now? And think about the weight of that on you as a person. You're surrounded by people who are here dropping thousands and thousands of dollars a day in vacation mode. And so it actually really, whereas in a typical city you wouldn't really highlight how much you're suffering, you're just seeing the disparity on a daily basis in a way that you wouldn't. And all of those things wear at us. And no matter how strong we are, Stress can be a big trigger for mental health challenges, whether it's depression, if you're prone to it, or it's just, or anxiety. That those kind of things and those kind of pressures, no matter where you are in your life, that's when we have challenges.